Hey, this is a video where we can show you a little bit more about prompting and how you can go more in depth to find solutions to problems that have to do with Trio and the work that we do. So I wanted to show you this one is specifically for the EOCs. I use for this one, the one that focuses on Faulkner as one of their counties, and this is just an example. You can use it for whatever county that you want to do. And let's say that for today, what we're trying to solve is that it's hard to meet the grant numbers because we're needing to figure out more recruitment efforts ideas. And for this prompt, we'll end up with this product, which is ideas to recruit. We'll come up with a strategic plan. I'll go more in depth in a second and show you, but we ended up with a 6-week strategic plan. As you can see, we have, and then I'll go into details, but we ended up with the list of churches, a script to reach out to them, a one-pager, and a presentation outline. So let me show you what prompt I used to get all this started and how it continued to evolve to get this final product and how you can use it as well. So remember to always use the framework that we had during the professional development, which is the TCREI, which is task, context, reference, evaluate, and iterate. The first three is really what you need to focus on to create your prompt at first. And then from there, you can evaluate what it put out and then change it as needed. So the first thing is the task. So you're telling it what you need. And let me go back to what I started. I already have the chat that I followed, and that way you can see kind of like the um, process of creating those products. So this was my initial prompt, and you can do the same thing for whatever county you want to. So I said for the task also includes the persona. So you telling it to act like a certain somebody or to provide information for a certain individual. So for this one, I focus on the persona. I said act like a recruitment specialist. And then also during the task, you want to provide the format details, which for this one, I said 10 recruitment ideas and to provide a list. So act like a recruitment specialist and provide me a list of 10 recruitment ideas and potential partners to recruit for the TRIO EOC programs. So that's the task. And then, as you remember, the other part is the context. So now that I told you what I want, you want to make sure you did the persona, you did the format, you want to make sure you tell it what the purpose and the audience and any constraints that you have. So here the constraint will be for Faulkner, the purpose is for recruitment, the audience is first generation low income. So let's see what we said. So there it is, the part of the audience. The target population is adults age 20 to 40. There's a restraint right there, Faulkner County, Arkansas. And then there's another constraint here. They should be low-income first-generation students who want to go to college. And then you go into the third part of the framework, which is references. So provide examples or any additional information such as links or so on. So for this purpose, I said, here's more information about TRIO EOC and the TRIO programs in general. And then, so I gave them the link to that and for the National TRIO EOC. And then I also say, here's information about Faulkner County. And it's literally just the link to Faulkner that talks about Faulkner County. Here it is. And then the other one was a link from Trio National that talks about Trio. And for us specifically, it was just the website that we have here within ULR's website, which is this. So I did those three things and it said, here are the 10 ideas. So I won't go into detail to all of them, but I just want to show you what it gave me. It's workforce bridge to college, info sessions, college now, lunch and learn, mobile pop-up recruitment efforts, partner with local adult education programs, faith-based community church, partner with local workforce, local housing authority, social media campaigns, employer tuition benefit partnerships, and alumni and peer ambassador for adult learners. So they have some really good ones. For the purpose of this sample, I'm only going to focus on three of these efforts, which will be the workforce, and it will be the faith base, and then there's the workforce. And then the other one was with employers. So workforce, working with the workforce, employers, and faith-based. So based on that, I said create a 6-week strategic plan for 1, 5, and 6, which were the ideas. That's the 1, which is the workforce, 5, which is the faith-based, and then the other one, which was the employer. All right. So this is what it gave me. I copied and pasted into a Word document so you could better see it. So here's the strategic plan. So it literally tells me week 1, this is what you need to do. Week 2, week 3, and so on. For the purpose of this, here, I'll scroll down. First round of recruitment events, follow-up conversations, and evaluation. And then it even provides expected outcomes. And of course, you can always change this around as needed per your program needs. For the purpose of this example, I'm going to focus on the faith-based outreach. So as you can see right here, it says on the first week, I have to identify the church members or the churches, send them an email with the 1-pager. So let's say we're in week 1 and we want to focus with this churches. So ChatGPT can also help me do these steps, and you can do for later on for the workforce and for the employers. But for the church, let's go back to my chat. So we have the strategic plan. We know what we need to do for the next 6 weeks. So now I'm going to say, we need to know who we need to reach out to, right? So I say create a list on a spreadsheet. That's you're given it the format of 25 churches. Then you put in the constraints of Faulkner County with contact info, including phone numbers, addresses, persons of contacts, and emails. And I said leave blank if not available. So it created the list of these churches. So you don't have to even look around Google trying to figure out which churches to reach out to. You can ask ChatGPT and it can put it together for you. So here's the list. And I also put it together here. So as you can see, in less than 10 seconds, I have a list of 28 churches that I can reach out to within Faulkner County to see if they may be interested in connecting with me. And I can probably ask it again to find the emails, but at least you have a phone number on here. So now that we have the churches, we have our timeline and our recruitment plan, what if I want a script because I don't know what to say to them, right? Like, okay, I know the churches, but what should I say to them? I don't know how to go about it, what keywords and so on. Well, you can ask ChatGPT to help you with that as well. So I say create an email and phone script to reach out to these churches. And here's the email script. And as you can tell, it's very detailed. It really explains what Trio is and what we're trying to do, and says that we want to partner with them and the potential things that we could do with them, from short info sessions to one-on-ones and so on. And then you can call them as well since we had a lot of phone numbers, but you know exactly what to say. Um, and then if I email them, I also want to do, like we said, the one pager. So I told ChatGPT to create a one pager outline to provide to the pastors about Trio ELC. That way I can send it with the email. And for these purposes, I added our brochure that we already have for it to have a better idea. So this is some references as part of the framework. So I uploaded those two and I asked it to create a one-pager outline. So this is the outline it gave me. Who do we serve? What services we provide? How the churches can partner with us. So it's very tailored to the churches, which is pretty good. And then it keeps going. You can have it as a PDF, and then based on that, you could uh, actually design the flyer, but it gives you a good idea of what to put on the flyer. And then say, okay, now you know your plan. You have a list of churches to reach out to. You have um, the email to reach out, the script. So you set up the appointments now with some of these churches. Now you need a presentation, right? So ChatGPT can help you with that as well. I said create a short PowerPoint presentation to present to the potential participants once I visit the churches. The presentation should talk about TRIO or services and how we can help them enroll in college. And what I thought was pretty cool is that I said make it specific to church members so that it can resonate with them. So it created a PowerPoint. And of course, this is a starting point. You'll have to design it to look more to fit the color scheme and themes and branding of the TRIO programs. But here you can see why it matters to church members. So it's really specific to them. Talks about our services, how they can get started, and then that we're here to support. And you see it's very detailed to them, very oriented to them. It says, let us walk with you towards the future God has for you. So it will resonate with them for sure. From here, you can continue to ask to do additional tasks, but as you can see, it developed from not knowing how to continue recruiting to giving you ideas and contacts for churches. You can do the same for the workforce. You can ask for it to create a workforce or employers list and then information about the workforce area, the office there, and so on. So it's a really great place to start. And it doesn't have to be Faulkner County. You can look at other counties and just plug in that information for them. And it should start giving you more ideas to follow.